Auric Perception Nexus because I want to assign to it a name that captures and communicates where it's located and its function. It is located in the aura, right around over your shoulder. So it's right around over your back shoulders. So like right about here, outermost layer. And it's a very significant component of the energy system because it's from this component that, and the reason why Carlos Castaneda referred to it as the assemblage, because it's how we assemble our perception of reality. And the guides gave me this metaphor. It's if our life is just a projector screen, then our assemblage point is our projector. Each of us have and live within our own unique reality, our own unique perception of the world. And our experience of the world and what manifests in the world and what we create in our reality is all really a result of our perception of it. And we know this, we can read this in all the manifestation books. Why do I call it a nexus? Because a nexus is a hub of information where a lot of information comes in. But in a sense, we want that filtered. And I reference this often, is when you're viewing an energy and you're viewing an astral, you don't want to see everything all at once because it would be too much information. You need to be able to identify and zero in on, key in on the specific areas that you're working on. So tuning your frequency attention, tuning your scanning ability into that one area specifically so you can work with it. But if you're seeing everything at once, you can't. And I know you know what I mean, because if you've ever had like a really super messy kitchen and you walk in and you're just like, I don't even know where to start. It's like that. And then your life is sensory overwhelm. There's so much coming into the senses 24/7. We have to be able to filter. We have to be able to filter or we'll go mad. Yeah. But also what can happen is that we can start to filter out what can serve you. And so this can happen. We can filter out what can be serving us in our greatest and highest. We can start filtering out that which can help you, that which you can lead you in the direction of your purpose and your fulfillment. And you don't want to filter that out. And why do we feel defeated? When we feel defeated, we feel defeated because from our perception, all we can see is that which is not pleasant. We don't see our way out. The perception, there's no way out. It looks like there's no way out. But that's that Auric Perception Nexus. Because when you clean it, your view broadens and you begin to see, oh, there's that way, there's that way, there's that way, there's that way. But the invasives don't want you to see all those ways. They want to keep you in this state because as long as you're in this state, they can dispute on your energy and manipulate you easily. Sitting within, right about here, okay? It's your projector that projects your reality. And it does serve to filter out excess. And it can also be like your psychic GPS when it comes to learning how to scan and move through the dimensions to seek out what it is that you are working on or looking for or wanting to clear or repair, upgrade, or anything that you're looking for in astral. I see energy, and a lot of people have their own perception of, well, what does that mean when she says she sees energy? Does that mean that she's living in this like lucid hallucination, seeing entities and spirits everywhere and everybody in all of their auric layers and all their chakras all day long, every single day? No, it's not like that. It's a tuning, like with the psychic GPS, or right? It's a tuning my awareness to that specific location in order to view it and also to interact with it. And the component that you direct your intention through to view these areas is your Auric Perception Nexus. And once it's programmed with coordinates, because again, you're going to think of it like your psychic GPS, once it's programmed with coordinates, you can return there instantly. So first, finding it, tuning it might take a little bit of focus, but once you're there, your coordinates are just automatically saved, and then your intention is just to go there, and you're there again. So you visit once and it's programmed, essentially. And everything we do together is programming your Auric Perception Nexus so that you can tune your awareness and just instantly go there, the first layer of your aura. Energetic cords, energetic blocks, your grounding, your seventh layer of your aura, your crown chakra, all those, your meridians, all those components of your energy system that exist in multiple dimensions. You're programming yourself to be able to visit. And what I've come to realize is that because energy has infinite potentiality of expression, you can spend your whole lifetime programming it and still only just touch on a little bit of what exists, because existence is so infinite. What I've done is I've programmed mine into all of the areas where there's energetic obstructions and damage for the purposes of diagnosing and clearing and healing. But here's the thing to remember. Your nexus can be targeted by invasive energies. Most all of us. Why would they want to do that? Because if they can affect your worldview, then they can really easily manipulate you and have their way with you. And a good way to know is it being targeted by invasives? Is if there's any parts of you or parts of your life where you really don't feel safe or supported, or if you believe that the universe isn't a friendly place that has your back. And this is the access that I talk about in Star Solaris Sovereignty Map. This is where you move into access. Because you might be in awareness, like, yeah, I'm very aware there's invasives messing with me, and my clairsenses, I could still use some healing and clearing and activating of them, of my chakras that power my clairsenses. But once you move out of awareness into access, you've got your nexus active, you've got your clairsenses online. That's when you're fully in access. That's where you moved into access. And you're no longer flying blind, so to speak. So the angels want me to teach you how to protect your Auric Perception Nexus. Because what you perceive forms your worldview, and your worldview influences what you perceive, right? And that's going to shape your reality, and that's going to shape your experience of it. And it's one of the ways that invasives will seek to keep you in low frequency, is by targeting your nexus. They'll do everything they can to pollute and distort your view of reality. And so if your life is a projection of your consciousness, your reality is a projection of your consciousness, and your Auric Perception Nexus is your projector that's projecting it outwards. Invasives would just be like the little things. You know, if you make shadows in front of a light, my 6-year-old loves to play with shadows. She'll get the flashlight, you get up close and you make a little person, right? Or we like this one or this one. It's really big when it's close to the light, right? It's really small when it's far from the light. But it's still just shadows in front of the light. It's all just shadows, but they'll do that. They'll put the shadows in front of your light. And it looks real, but it's just a shadow. So now the exercise for clearing and repairing and protecting your Auric Perception Nexus. What's first step? Step 1 is going to be what it always is, and that is get the invasive energies out of the way. Now, when I was practicing on this for myself, whoa, when it was just like, angels, please clear all invasive energies that are on or targeting my Auric Perception Nexus, I just felt an instant relief. an instant quiet, an instant calm. Wow. Because it has this ripple effect throughout your whole system. And then the way that I cleared and repaired my Auric Perception Nexus was I visualized it like a projector. And I opened up my projector and I looked inside and it was just full of dirt. It was just full of dirt. And what's the dirt symbolizing, representing? Just an accumulation of dense energy. And so cleaning out the dirt. I almost just kind of wanted to take it and dump out all the dirt. Then clean all that energy out. And then I'm examining what's inside and I'm seeing how wires were chewed. There's like some wires in there and they were chewed. So I was reforming the wires. And what are the wires likely symbolizing or representing? Those energetic connections. Yeah, those energetic connections. And invasives are very often, just like a rat will chew wires, invasives are very often like chewing those connections and disconnecting those connections. And if they're disconnected, then they can disconnect yours, they can transmit theirs through. So I repaired all that. And when you feel that physical shift, you know you're getting a good clear. You know there's your confirmation, your validation. You feel it in your body. After I cleared and repaired my projector, it got brighter. I could see, like, it's like putting out this light, it got brighter. The quality of the light shifted too. The quality of the light coming out was just cleaner and crisper. And I asked the angels, well, how will we protect it? Because, they said that we need to be protecting it. And they're saying to put a lock on it. And I resisted it at first, I'm like, a lock, energy. And then they explained to me that you want to lock in your perception. That's yours. So that it can't be altered by anything or anyone or anything else or any external influence. And it's like you're locking in your perception of reality, that after you clear it, of course. And it's interesting too, because Carlos Castaneda even uses that terminology. He says it will lock into place. Our society, our views of the world are shaped from our early upbringing and from our environment and from our lives, from the authority figures in our life and our experiences in our life. It will lock it in. Because when we're born, it's not really locked in yet. We're still forming our view of reality. But then at some point in our life, it becomes locked in. But it could become locked in with views that aren't going to serve you. And that could be, what you find inside of your projector. So once you get it clear and you get it clean, and then you want to put your own lock on it. So nothing else is trying to lock in your view of reality to serve them. Or any distortions. You want it to be your own. So only you hold the key. Only you hold the combination. Make it a golden lock. The idea here is you are sovereign. You're in charge. This is your view of reality. This is your perception. I love you. Mwah! Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for being here. I love you so, 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 so much. May you be happy, healthy, wealthy, and loved, divinely directed and protected. And may your personal life intentions be made manifest according to divine blessing and divine timing. Put that on your projector, on your Auric Perception Nexus. The intention. Okay, love you. Bye.